What's going on, Gifted Hands family? It is Elijah here bringing you another lesson, and today we're going to be breaking down How Great Thou Art, and we're going to be in the key of C major, all right? So this is another traditional hymn. We've been covering a lot of hymns recently, and yeah, this is just one of those songs that you never know, might pop up in church. Somebody might start randomly singing, and just something always good to know and have in your just bag of tricks, your songs that you know, right? Your repertoire. So let's dive into it. We're in the key of C, all white notes, right? We all know the C scale. So let's dive right into it. The song form with this is fairly simple. It's just verses and choruses. There's a vamp at the end that we will also go over. But essentially, if you learn the verse, if you learn the chorus, people, depending on who's singing it, depending on what arrangement you hear, you listen to, it'll be sung 1,000 different ways. So just learn each section and then put it together as need be. All right. So for this, we got, let's just start off with the verse, okay? So for our verse, we have, oh Lord my God. Okay, so we're starting off on the one. Oh Lord my God. Just basic one chord, play it major. I like to play it sus2 sometimes, suspended. Da 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 da. And then we're gonna go to the one dominant. Da 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 to the 4. Okay. And then we're just gonna walk it up chromatically. We're gonna play an F sharp diminished chord. So walk it up chromatically. Da 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 da. 1/5. And then to the 5. 1. Back to the 5. As a turnaround. Da, 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 da. Da, da, right? So, and then pretty much we're doing the same thing on the second half of the verse. Oh Lord my God. We're trying to get to the 4. We're going from the 1 to the 4. So there's a bunch of different ways you could do that. You could do oh la la la. You could do like a da 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 1. You could do a 5 1, right? 5 minor, 1 dominant to the 4. Do something like that. Or I like to just stay on the 1. I feel like this is the verse especially. It's very introspective, so I don't want to be doing too much on the keys. So I would want everything that I'm doing to be subtle. So something that sounds a little more subtle to me than doing da 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 da. Like that's extra, right? So just in this situation, it is. So da 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 up da 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 da. So I'm gonna do 1. Suspended to dominant. So just 1 major, suspended, dominant, and then you can even move your bass to the 3 and then to the 4. Right? And then we're going to our F sharp diminished. So something that you can do is just take your F sharp diminished. And it doesn't really matter where you're starting on. If you've watched our diminished lessons, you know that a diminished chord is, so one diminished chord is technically 4 different diminished chords. So F sharp diminished is the same thing as A diminished, and it's the same thing as C diminished, and it's the same thing as E flat diminished. Because diminished chords are like symmetric, I guess we would call them. Meaning no matter what the root note is, they're still the same note, same set of notes. Why? Because it's an interval of minor fourths. And if you go up in minor fourths, it gives you the same 4 notes over and over and over again, okay? So what I'll do is take the diminished chord, my F sharp diminished chord, depending on like just where my hands are placed. Da, 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 da. And just arpeggiate it up the piano, right? So just taking your diminished 7, and arpeggiating it up. Da 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 da. And 1 over 5. 5 suspended. Da da. 5 dominant. Okay, back to the 5. So the verse is just that same thing 2 times around, which is just 1 dominant, or some way to get to the 4. Da 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 da. Pass to the 1 over 5. 5 dominant. 1, and then turn it around. Right? And you can turn it around however you want. That was 6, 2, 5, 1. Okay, cool turnaround you can do. Same thing, just rootless. All right, so you got that twice. That's just the verse, okay? And like I said, there's a bunch of different ways that you can get to and from each chord. But in these types of songs, I like to give you the basic bare bones of it, right? And give you a couple options to get from place to place. But the ultimate decision is just going to be up to you in the moment, kind of how you want to flow from chord to chord. All right. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. 2, 5.